What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Backline Gear Review. I am Chief Redbeard, and today we're going to look at a fake guitar. Now, before I start this video, I want to give a huge shout out to a buddy of mine named Jesse. He was kind enough to lend me this guitar to be able to do this guitar review on. It's something I had not been searching for, had any idea that it even existed. And he told me I had to check it out. I had to do a video on it. So here we are today. And when I started this video, I said, let's check out a fake guitar. And what I mean by that is this is by no means made out of any wood as far as I can tell. So what we have here is the actual case for the guitar. So what I want to do is just kind of go over the case real quick, kind of get this out of the way here for me. This guitar, once you see it, it's actually fairly cheap comparatively to what you think it should be. The case here is a hard shell case. It's got 2,000 different latches on it, which I kind of find highly annoying, but the good thing is it'll make sure this guitar is not going to fall out of the case. So, going to kind of go over here to the second cam, kind of show you guys here, but basically we got a nice blue felt in here, area for all of your things, which he's got some extra picks and a whole bunch of goodies in here. So, really, really nice guitar case. Seems like it would protect this guitar fairly well. And yeah, I've got no complaints about it, except for the 25 latches, but for this type of guitar, this type of case, which you guys will see in just a second, it's very possible that those are pretty typical for cases like this. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back with the guitar. All right, and here we have it, the Enya X4, I believe is what it's called. This is an acoustic. Now you might be asking yourself, but Chief Redbeard, you just did an acoustic last week, or at least on the last video. This video obviously came out a couple weeks after, but yeah, I just did an acoustic and I'm doing another one. It's a little weird. I am not an acoustic guy. I've never owned one as far as I know. And here we are doing yet another acoustic guitar. But once again, good buddy Jesse said, hey, you got to check this thing out. It's a little crazy. Again, at the beginning I said, we're going to look at a fake guitar. And what I mean by that is there's no wood on this thing, as far as I know. This is basically a carbon fiber guitar. And it's something that anytime I've ever looked at it, I would think that it is very, very expensive and something that I would never, ever put my hands on because of how expensive it is. Well, this guitar retails right now on Amazon, I believe, for $8.99. If I'm wrong, I'll put it up here or over here somewhere. Or I'll put the actual price or say I was right and let you guys know. But under $1,000, we have actually a pretty cool piece here. So basically what we got up here at the top, starting 3 on each side, headstock as most acoustics would come. We've got some kind of like brass gold tuners here, like most acoustics as far as I know. These are obviously not locking, but they feel pretty good. They feel pretty good. They seem to work like they're supposed to. They're a little stiff. However, they still turn fairly smoothly. So you're not getting any kind of like cranking and really weird, like, you know, stopping action there. As far as the nut is concerned, I haven't found anything that specifically describes what it is, but I believe it is some kind of tusk or some type of material, maybe, you know, some kind of bone there. I'm not sure at all, but it seems to be doing its job fairly well. I believe these are stainless steel frets here. Again, this is a like carbon fiber polycarbonate neck combination here. The truss rod, which I thought was kind of interesting, or maybe I just don't know anything about truss rods. The truss rod in here is a stainless steel truss rod. Coming down here, again, we've got the carbon fiber top here, and then like a combo between the body and the sides and stuff here. More polycarbonate, more carbon fiber. We've got a hole cut out here, a nice cutaway down here. Again, on acoustics, as I talked about in the Acoustasonic, I find that I personally, on anything that I've at least tried to pick up, I don't get too much upper fret access There's plenty to be given here. We've got a really nice, get up to the camera here and let that kind of focus there. We've got a really nice inlay here, which I found very, very interesting. Kind of starting here at about the 7th fret on down. So pretty nice there. Other than that, no other fret markers other than the top here, just tiny little dots. So again, something that's kind of not to my liking, but it is nice to see that there is at least some kind of fret markers here. They all look fairly straight. The 2 for the 12th fret might be off just a little bit. Maybe it's just my eyes, I'm not sure. As far as the frets are concerned, nothing really sticks out. Nothing is kind of concerning to me at all. Nice and smooth. It's got this kind of satin finish on the back of the neck here. And then we have some type of tusk saddle. That's, as far as I know, that is true. That's why I assumed maybe the nut was as well. But it's like some Graphtec tusk saddle nut kind of, you know, bridge down here. Between this, the nut, the tuners being fairly nice, this thing stays in tune fairly well. I'm gonna try to pick this up as best as possible. I am not plugging in to show you guys what this sounds like today because what I've described so far is just half of this guitar for the most part. But just to kind of get like a dry sound here. So it's got a really, really pretty sound straight out. And that is something I find that I like in acoustics. This compared to the Acoustasonic was a very small body. All of its power was in those pickups and the feel of the guitar. That guitar is designed for people who are very, very used to the electric guitars and then want to play with acoustic sounds without getting, you know, a separate pedal. Still have kind of that acoustic feel without really having that acoustic feel. This here is doing the job of kind of both of those. So just going to kind of go down here real quick, let you guys get a good look at that, get a good look at the headstock, and put that up. Hopefully that's in focus. And we'll pull back here. So that's that. That is the back. And then where we're going to spend most of our time is actually in this little section here. Now, there are a lot of acoustic electrics out there that have some kind of onboard tuning, a little bit of tone control. This takes it to the next level here. So basically I've got a volume, a tone, a mic, and then we have some onboard effects on this guitar. Now, I am somewhat familiar with something called the Tonewood amps out there, which is basically a device you attach to the back of your guitar, and acoustically, it can deliver like some delays and reverbs using what sounds the strings are putting out into the body and then kind of sending that back to you with those types of things. From what I can guess on this, this is all built in just like that and comes out of the sound hole. So what I want to do is the volume on here is the volume, and hopefully I'm correct on this, but as far as I can tell with playing through this, the volume on here is the volume for the effects. And then the mic, I'm not sure. We're going to play with that and see what that is. We have a tone control, and then we have a room and hole reverb control. Then there's a chorus and a delay. Now, the chorus is one of the trippier things that I've seen. The fact that there's an actuator in here that apparently through that, it is pumping and sending these sounds back to you. I have no idea how it works, what it's doing. We're already weird with the kind of carbon fiber polycarbonate guitar here. No wood to be had. Still a beautiful sound. And now we're going to have some fun with this. So, go and turn this bad boy on. If I could figure it out, there was a little trick. So you could feel, I'm assuming the actuator kind of come on. You can feel like this click once it actually comes on. I do want to say real quick, something cool. Let me grab it here real quick. Something cool is, so this is the charger, and I'll kind of put that, you can see there's USB on one side and 1/4 inch on the other side here. So this guitar actually charges by 1/4-inch output to a USB, which I also have never heard of. The Acoustasonic even has a kind of micro USB on there, and it plugs in obviously to a USB A on the other side, and you just plug it in, and that's how it charges, like most things are, especially with the Fishman setup. This is all done through 1/4-inch, which I find very interesting. There's kind of a specialty cable there, but there's no plugging in USB. You plug it in, and you can still play your guitar just fine, get everything that you want while charging it. Really, really cool there. So what we're going to do is I am going to turn all the way to chorus here. It's kind of off all the way to hall. Tone is all the way up. Mic is all the way up. And let's see here. Alright, so kind of gives you this kind of rich, kind of beefier sound straight off the bat. Let's back that tone all the way down and see what that's like. So from what I'm hearing, the tone kind of adds a little bit more depth, a little bit more low end to the guitar. All the way off, you get pretty much the acoustic sound of the guitar. All the way up, you get a lot more beefiness. Now this mic, I want to turn it all the way down and see what we got here. That might be adding to some of that low end as well. Maybe this actuator or something in here, something's kind of moving that mic or kind of replicating how close or far maybe it is. Very, very weird. So what I want to do now is add a little bit of this room reverb. We're going to live here for a little bit here. Hopefully this is picking this up, because you could definitely hear the kind of ring afterwards. Wow. And then we also have a hall. So let's just go all the way hall. That sounds pretty awesome. What I would recommend is turning that volume down a bit. It does get a little intense. So I want to back that all the way off, because I don't want the reverb to kind of take place of where I think the sweetest part of this guitar is. Honestly, that's the chorus. I'm going to go about 50% on that real quick. And then let's go ahead and go all the way up right to the edge of that. So basically what it does is on one side of the knob, you have your chorus and then delay. Same for the reverb. You have your room delay, or I'm sorry, room reverb, and then hall reverb. So all the way at the top of this chorus, let's turn that volume all the way up. Let's play with the mic setting here. Let's back that all the way down. Yeah, I'm just really not sure. Tone all the way up. Alright, so that basically is a chorus there. I think it sounds really, really gorgeous. And yes, I use the word gorgeous. And I think it's very, very nice, very beautiful chorus. And to me, the thing is, this is still coming from vibrations of the strings. Something happening here. I don't know what it is, how they're doing this, all for $900. But it's pretty insane. I do want to point out before I go any further, I'm going to try to get the camera to capture this. You could probably see that there is a slight, I think it's there. There is a slight gap in between where the neck is set onto the body. And from what I've read is they were more concerned that the pressure of the neck going all the way to the body will throw off exactly how this guitar sounds. So that was meticulously designed to make sure that it wasn't causing too much pressure and that it could do exactly what they wanted to do. I have also never seen that. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, the guitar is kind of broken. I'll figure it out. We'll play with it, and hopefully it still sounds okay. But no, that is exactly how it's designed. So something really cool there. Let's go ahead and move on to the delay now. So I'm going to bump this bad boy all the way up and try not to embarrass myself playing some kind of notey guitar here. I'm going to play something real quick that I've stole from a friend. He knows who he is. So I definitely butchered that. This delay is throwing me off, but it is insane how it's working. Back it down some here. So it just seems like with the delay, the higher you go up, the more feedback you kind of get on there. But that is really kind of insane to me. Really cool guitar. I can't say enough about this. There are some things that I don't like. You know, the tuners in this kind of gold color. I think it looks great on black. Not a fan of that though. The dots are extremely tiny. These kind of side markers here. But you kind of figure it out. If you're a guitar player, you can kind of figure out where it goes. The only downside I see to this type of finish on this is it leaves a lot of room for fingerprints. When I got this, it was full of them. I tried to clean it up, and I'm pretty sure I put all of them back on there again. Aside from that, for $900 for an acoustic guitar that you can plug in, from what anything I've read, once you plug it in, all it does is just strengthen these effects. It goes on from there. Now it's amplified, so on and so on. There are really, really cool things to be said about this guitar. I think if you're in the market for something, especially for live setting, and you want everything kind of here, you could do that. The downside is, with all of the effects on board, switching, especially live, will probably be the biggest pain in the ass that you'll ever deal with. However, if you think you can switch on the fly, you want just a little bit of that reverb, a little bit of that delay or chorus, and you're fine with it. I mean, hell, even going into some type of lead, if you're doing that, You can swap over to that delay real quick, back it back down wherever you want. The knobs move fairly quick. There's a little bit of resistance on each of them, including the volume. Volume's kind of there. So again, that volume, as far as I can tell, that is how much of that effect is being amplified out of here. And probably the same as plugging it in. That's pretty much it. I didn't even say the brand of the guitar. All links for this will be down in the description below. If you want to check out the Enya X4 for yourself, it is available on Amazon. From what I've heard, these ship from Texas. I could be wrong on that, but it's not like you are waiting for China to get it overseas here and then wait forever, pay some kind of crazy import tax. $900 on Amazon, shipped in the US. I think if you want one, go get one. Other than that, I am Chief Fred Beard. If you guys liked anything that you guys saw in this video today, please give me the thumbs up. Subscribe if you like seeing this type of content. Let me know if there's anything you would like me to check out. Do not forget that we also have the Backline Podcast, which typically will air every Wednesday at 6 a.m. on all platforms. It's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, so on and so on. There's a ton of them out there. It's too many to try to remember, but we have a great time over there. Good laughs, good hangs, good talks about different things. If you guys want us to talk about anything on there, feel free to comment that down below. Other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and have a great week.